Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a quick tutorial on the paired t-test. So here we have two measurements. One is pre-phase and the other one is post-phase. And what people typically like to do is run a paired t-test. You have paired data here. The only other column that's missing is the ID column that would suggest that it's the same person for each row. Okay, so let's just quickly, I'll add the ID column so that, let me just do that quickly. You have the proper design for this study. Okay, so we'll just add, and by the way, this is not what you do at home. You do not add IDs after the fact, but I'm doing that for the purposes of this demonstration, okay? And the software that I have here that I'm using is SPSS. Now, SPSS has versions, right? And so with SPSS, you could have version 27, 28, 29, as long as you read up on what the differences are between the versions, you should be all right. And typically the improvements for each version of SPSS have something to do with processing time or a high level feature for analysis, okay? Typically, you should purchase the grad pack with whatever version you obtain. I recommend version 20, I think 2029 is the most recent, but 28 will do. You know, it depends on what type of analysis you're running, okay? So here we have, again, 10 observations. I would say there's about 1, 2, 3 people that have both a pre and a post. So remember I said that for a paired t-test, in order for the data to be run on all 10 observations, you have to have a pre and a post. Okay, so we're expecting to see 3 observations in the output. Okay, let me just make sure one more time. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3 observations. So we'll go to the paired t-test. I decide to put the pre in first, but you know, as long as you know how to interpret it, that's what you should do. Say okay. And as you can see, you've got 3 observations. All right. 3 for the pre, 3 for the post. Okay, and this particular test yielded a p-value that's not less than 0.05, according to this column here. Oh, this one, two-sided. I do two-sided tests. Unless I'm in a stats 101 course and the scenario described a one-sided test, then I would use this one-sided p-value. The other thing I want to tell you about the paired t-test is, give me a second, what else do I want to share with you? Oh yes, the Cohen's d will give you, will suggest for you the effect size, and a large effect would be 0.8. So here we'll see that the effect is large between pre and post. I wonder why it's saying it's large. Let me see that. Yeah, it could be seen that way. Okay, and that's about it for this quick lesson. I'm just trying to think, is there anything else that I want to tell you? Oh, you would not go into the effect size if you do not have statistical significance, but that's, I would not anyway. That's about it. And so the only other thing I wanted to share with you The P, the pair t-test works best when the design of your study is adhered to. So you should be paying attention to the design of your pair t-test study. You should be paying attention to whether or not you have instructions that suggest that the person has to be present for both the pre and the post phase. You need to make sure that the design of your data is such that your records are properly ID'd. So you know, or you have a clue as to who the person in row one is. And when I say who, I mean they have the same ID for the pre and the post. So this is a quick tutorial. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.